In this video, we're going to go over 5 things that you must know before you get licensed so you know exactly what to expect. We're going to cover some of the requirements you need to hit to get licensed. We're going to cover some of the expectations versus reality so you know exactly what to expect once you get licensed. And then we're going to cover some of the most lucrative careers that you can do once you get your license. So let's dive right into it. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free How to Get Licensed and Start Your Real Estate Career Guide. If you want to get that guide, there's a link down in the description below. The very first thing that you're going to want to know before you start the process of getting licensed is that you must meet some basic requirements in order to get licensed. In most states, you should be 18 years old or older. You must have a high school diploma or a GED, and you're going to be required to complete real estate pre-licensed education classes. Now, these classes range from state to state, so every state has different requirements. Some I've seen as low as 40 hours, others I've seen as high as 168 hours. So to find out more about what your state requires, I have an entire playlist where you can check out videos that I made on each state's requirement so you know exactly what you need to do to get started. But completing the real estate pre-licensed education classes is a must-do before you take your real estate exam. So you're going to have to complete your real estate exam, pass a background check, complete your real estate pre-licensed education, and find a sponsoring brokerage. Everything mentioned there is in those other videos, so I don't want to dive too deep into that, but be sure to check those other videos out. The next thing you must know is the exam is harder than it looks. Did you know that 30 to 40% of people that take the exam fail the first time they take it? These numbers are not good. So make sure you really time block and you have the time to study to make sure you pass the exam. Because although the exam is multiple choice and you have plenty of time to take it, the truth is it's harder than it looks. And some of the questions on the exam are kind of set up as trick questions and they really make you think. So if you're going to take this exam, I would make sure that you have enough time to study and prepare so you give yourself the best odds of passing. The next thing you need to know is the cost. And I remember this question coming up when I was about to get licensed. I was in corporate America. I was sitting at my 9-to-5 job and I'm like, how can I get into real estate? How much money do I have to save? How much money do I need to budget? And I was happy when I found out it's not that expensive to get started. The most expensive thing on the whole list is probably your pre-licensed education classes. And the good news is you can do those online in most states. So if you want to check out the affiliate link down below, there's an affiliate link to Calibri Real Estate School. We recommend them. They do online courses for real estate pre-licensed education in most states, and that affiliate link down below will have different sales and discounts on classes that you can check out. The other things that are going to come up as far as cost will be your background check, your real estate exam fee, your real estate license application fee, any costs to get started with your first brokerage like E&O insurance, or any sign-on fees with a new brokerage. So all in all, it's really not that expensive to get started, especially considering how much money you can make inside of this business if you do the work and you become successful. The next thing that you must know is the expectations versus reality factor. And we've all done it. We've watched $1 Million Listing, Selling Sunset. There's tons of TV shows that make being a real estate agent and getting your real estate license look super glamorous. It just seems like you show up to houses, show swimming pools, show penthouses, and you collect giant commission checks. And the truth is, when you get your real estate license and you first get started, it's really not like that at all. And I've been at this for 8 years now, and it's been a great career and it's phenomenal. And honestly, I have a real estate team now and it's changed my life in so many positive ways. And those giant commission checks can happen, but it's not as easy as you think. It takes a lot of work, takes a lot of effort. And at the end of the day, a lot of it is sales and marketing. So if you're good at sales and marketing, you're probably going to shine in this business. If you're not good at sales and marketing, then you might struggle at first. And that's the truth. And that's why I want to set the expectation so you know what kind of reality to expect when you actually get licensed. Because so many people have this misunderstanding of what the business is actually like. And they get licensed and then they get started and then they make no money. and then they end up super disappointed. So knowing this ahead of time and the challenges that you're going to face will make all the difference. The fifth thing that you must know is some of the career options that you have when you get licensed. Now, this is the fun part because a lot of the real estate careers mentioned here can be super lucrative. The first one is a real estate agent. So being a real estate agent can be a very lucrative career. In fact, it rates in some of the top career lists when looking at the amount of income that you can make. And that's the coolest part about it. And when I found out how much some real estate agents were making, I was totally shocked. But you must know it's a ton of work. And the agents that are making this kind of money are working a lot. They're doing a lot of prospecting. They're doing a lot of marketing. Some of them are even working 7 days a week. So if you are a hustler, if you are super motivated, then the sky is the limit. And that's the best part about this whole industry is that you can earn as much as you really want to because it's 100% commission, and the amount of effort you put in paired with the amount of skill you have is going to equal the income that you make. And back when I was at my 9-to-5 job, things just wasn't that way. If you are at a 9-to-5 job, you might have to go talk to your boss to get a 5% raise, and who even knows if they're going to approve you for that 5% raise. So having a business and having a career where you can legit write your own paychecks based on the amount of work and effort you put in is a total game changer. And that's the best part about being a real estate agent. The next one is a property manager. Now, property management can be an awesome field because this business creates reoccurring revenue. And if you're good at managing things and you're good at managing people, then this might be the perfect thing for you. Actually, if you want to check it out, we have a video we did with Jimmy Murray. He started his own property management business and scaled it up to over 400 units. He's now on to buying his own investment properties, and he's super successful at it. So be sure to check that interview out. He drops a ton of detailed information about starting a property management company. And if you're interested in this avenue, you'll probably really enjoy it. But one of my favorite things about property management is the reoccurring revenue factor. So when you get these units under management, a lot of times you'll negotiate with the homeowner and you'll get a percentage of the rents. And over time, your portfolio under management builds and builds and builds, and you get a really large reoccurring income, which creates a really predictable income stream, which is something that you don't always see when you're just a real estate agent. Because when you're a real estate agent, a lot of times you're selling houses and you'll have huge months and then low months, then huge months, then low months. And you can mitigate that by doing certain things. And I have certain videos on this channel on how to make your income more stable. But overall, you're going to have higher months and lower months. With property management, you have a certain amount of units under management and you're going to get reoccurring revenue, which is a really awesome thing, especially if you really are good at managing properties and managing people. The next one is a real estate team leader. So once you become successful as a real estate agent, you can start your own team, and eventually if you go get the license, you can start your own brokerage. But team leaders and brokers do similar things, and then they hire agents on their team, and then they help those agents become successful. They build systems, they build processes, they hire staff, and that's currently what I do. So I have a team called the Alpine Group, and I bring on agents, I train them, we do very well, and you build a real estate team in an organization that is like a company that sells houses, and you essentially start to become the CEO of that company with time as the organization grows and grows and grows. So if you are more of a manager and you're more of an entrepreneur that is like, hey, I want to get into real estate, I want to do really well, I want to build and build and build, but eventually I want to get into a position where I can hire people and work on the business rather than in the business every single day, that's an option as well. So starting a real estate team is a real possibility down the line. So I want to hear from you. Which one of these careers stands out to you? Do you want to be a property manager? Do you want to be a real estate agent selling $1 million homes? Or do you want to be a real estate team leader? Drop that in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And if you like this kind of content for real estate entrepreneurs, smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.